All right. Who here is a student of history?
I mean, those who fail history are doomed to repeat it.
Well, that is the truth.
I would say I'm a product of history.
Well, there you are.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, all of that aside, we have here the Origin Rap Battle, World War I, Uncut from the BBC. So
truly epic rap battles of history.
Epic rap battles of World War I.
All right. This should be interesting because it's the BBC.
Yeah.
It's the BBC trying to do epic rap battles of history.
Wait, like the actual British Broadcasting Network?
BBC.
The BBC.
Broadcasting company, sorry.
Yeah. The BBC.
The real actual BBC.
This is on their YouTube channel.
Huh.
So, yeah.
All right.
There's even like a little language warning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Language may offend. No shit.
No, I kind of like that, actually. That's nice.
So, anyway, we've been requested to watch this several times over. Oh my gosh, several times over. And we figured, why not? Let's go right into it.
Let's get right in there. I mean, we can't really predict.
No.
We can't really make predictions because there's
We
going to
know
be
who won.
okay. Judging from the thumbnail that's up there, there's like 6 or 7 people in it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well,
Yep.
let's get right in there.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Uh-oh.
Aha. Kaiser Wilhelm.
Gavrilo Princip? Really?
Oh,
We're doing this?
Franz Ferdinand. Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen, Franz Ferdinand.
Uh-oh.
Yo, your fatty friends Ferdinand didn't see Princip's pistol.
I don't think he did it with the 1911.
Yeah.
No, I think he did it with Walter, I think.
It's bigger than your mother's. Now just like your bald head, you ain't got no air. I spit rhyme as your empire decline. Have you any notion of United Slav nation? You catch my drift or do you want a translation? Serbia got friends, yo. Russia's our homie. Think we're scared? Here's 2 words for you. Blow me.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You want the war, Gav? We bring the pains, love. Blood spilled in Sarajevo, gonna cause a bloodbath, yo. Russians,
I like this.
my bitches. Best watch out, cause my trigger finger itches. You heard some, like a Slavic Jeremy Clarkson.
Huh? Who the hell is that?
Nothing to do with us.
Nothing to do with us.
Back to the story of doom. War tiny Serbia's about to go boom. You hear me, assassin? Our troops are massing. Get ready for the bombing, the shooting, the gassing. Here is the deal, yo. She just got real, yo.
This is amazing.
Hungary's heel, yo. I'll get you in the Balkans at the grave, Belgrade.
Oh!
Damn.
To your aid.
Tsar
Oh,
Nicholas
no.
II.
You think so?
Ooh!
Oh, crap.
This is good.
Back up, friends, Joseph. Serbia's our brethren. Same blood, same religion, same Slavic complexion. We're packing more army than you got salami. So stop your bragging, your trolling. Or the Cossack paint train starts rolling.
Oh.
Last time you kicked off, I sweat revolution. This time my solution is your dissolution. Beware the Russian bear.
This is
Damn.
good.
Everyone knows me, the Kaiser,
Wilhelm
Oh, Lord.
II.
I'm Kaiser Wilhelm II, the first boss, I guess. But like the Godfather, the sequel kicks ass.
Oh, very nice.
But Austro-Hungary is my mate. Gonna eradicate the Serbian beast. So back off, Carson Nick. Don't take the mick and tell your mates France not to interfere. This ain't no prance, it's a German war dance.
Jesus, what was that? Woo. King George.
Chill out, cousin Willie. Stop acting so silly. You'll be tripping by flipping the bird willy-nilly. The triple entente. Mighty. Russia, France, and this bitch. Blighty. Your rhymes are the shambles. Your words are the gamble. You're taking an enormous punt. No wonder my homies, and yours too, think you're a massive, difficult chap. You're
Good.
Cars in this position, so go ahead, cars, rant and rave. Your planes will be sunk like your floating junk. Royal Britannia rules the waves.
Empire braggarts, you hate the French and their snail-sucking, frog-cooking garlic stench.
Oh.
As for your dreadnoughts, waves and goodbye, I'll make your navy into gravy for sauerkraut pie. Gonna send my thoughts through Belgium into France. Nothing can stop this Teutonic advance. Germany will rise again like the past. A glorious empire built to last. Let me tell you this, ain't no mystery. Wilhelm the Great will go down in history.
Wilhelm the Great, more like Billy No Mates. Your ideas are absurd. We gave Belgium our word. We've got no choice if you won't behave. Our poor old grandma must be spinning in her grave.
Queen Victoria.
Look into my eyes, you'll see compromise. Your collective demise will see our rise. I'll come back down now, I'll look at clown now. Ain't shit that can stop this countdown now. I'm going for a lie down now.
Yep. Yeah.
And okay.
Hey.
Well, it's BBC, so of course.
Oh yeah. Although that is nice. Carrying the gramophone like a boombox. That's pretty great.
Causes of the war still being debated to this day.
That was really cool.
That was really well done.
I'm impressed.
I totally forgot how closely related some of the old empires were.
Yup.
Well, old allegiances are what are being blamed for it.
Yeah.
That's what they're blaming it for. Old allegiances.
Well, and honestly, I mean, you think about it, that wasn't really that long ago. in the
no,
scheme of
that's
things.
just over 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still fresh in some spheres of the public.
I'm for certain that some countries are still feeling a lot of the economic effects from what happened.
Well, yeah,
in that war.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez, Louise.
That was impressive.
That was. I was very impressed by just the historical aspects that they managed to keep up with, and also the characteristics of each individual involved in this. I liked it a lot.
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
Oh man, but I honestly I can see why people requested this, because that's really good. And
Yeah, I mean that's up there with some of the actual ERBs.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I consider that as well.
I mean, Rasputin versus Stalin.
Yeah,
Like that
Oh,
that
definitely.
whole deal. That's the only rap battle we've had that's really on sort of like the same scope
Yeah,
with as many people in it.
I feel like ERB, they're more comfortable with it. I mean, they really know how the game is played. But this, I think, overall, the production value, as far as like the makeup and the costumes, I think was
yeah.
better than ERB.
Well, also notice this as well.
Of course, it's backed by BBC, so
Well, yeah. back by BBC,
because
but
they kind of produced Doctor Who, so
well,
that's a show that's been around for a little while.
Yeah.
well, think about this as well. Number one, this all took place in an actual physical environment, whereas ERB takes place on a green screen.
Yeah.
And that, to me, that gives more depth to what they're saying, because when you are actually physically in front of one another saying stuff, that's just like when they did the ERBs with all the Russian guys.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They were not all in the same room.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good way to cut corners and save on production costs
Right.
and everything. Because having two people's schedules lined up and everything,
Yeah.
it's kind of a hard thing to do.
Yep.
But
Which, actually, when you look at how they did Kung Fury, they did a lot of stuff and just compiled it
Yeah.
post-production.
Yeah.
So when they were filming it, it looks kind of silly, but then they put it all together later.
And it works.
Yeah. Well, it's just the march of technology.
Yeah,
man.
it doesn't really ruin
When-
the feel they established with the movie.
When was this posted?
This was posted June 24th, 2014.
Ooh.
Just over 2 years ago.
Ooh, that makes the Clarkson line.
So there are more of these, right?
I believe so, yes.
Sweet.
Medical
Also,
equipment, surviving U-boats, tanks, soldiers' kit.
Ben will probably need to correct me. At the end was it a gramophone? Was it a gramophone that he had on his
It
shoulder?
was, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I believe
That
so.
is absolutely
Yeah,
hilarious.
I was like, it's like the
Instead of a
gramophone,
boombox.
the
Like a
boombox.
boombox.
That was sick.
That was.
That
I
was
like that.
sick.
That absolutely cracked me
It was
up.
amazing.
And you see,
Oh,
stuff like this, when they were definitely inspired by ERB.
ERB. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You could definitely tell they were. but they did their own thing, and they stayed more historically, more historically inclined.
Yep.
In some ways than ERB did.
And you got some of that British humor.
Yeah, you
which
did.
I do thoroughly enjoy British humor.
I do.
I sometimes feel that British people are a lot funnier than
people give them credit for.
Because well, I think American humor right now, the trend is to center on like shock value and lots of profanity and absurd situations. So a lot of times I find myself I gravitate more to British humor sometimes.
Well,
yeah, you get more subtle delivery,
and you also get awkward moments that are moments that are pointed out, and it makes it even funny.
Because I really enjoy juxtaposition, situational humor, which I think they tend to handle a little better.
And then you want to talk about the awkward moments getting pointed out, the Jeremy Clarkson line, and then
who is that?
Yeah, and they're like, "Wait, who's that?" Yeah, it's certainly nothing to do with us. Everybody, shut up. Yeah. It was perfect. Plus, also, the British dry humor can give way to some of the funniest moments. For example, Faulty Towers.
Yes.
With the branch.
Yes.
Because you're sitting there and you're just like, oh, very, very dry humor, and then just immediate cut to slapstick comedy.
I'm going to give you a right thrashing.
And then he goes and gets the branch, and he just starts hitting the car with the branch. It's not doing anything.
And he said finding the perfect balance of comedy in that to make it truly funny
was finding the right branch.
Yeah, they found a brittle one, it fell apart and it didn't work. They found a stiff one, and John's movements were too stiff. Yeah, he couldn't do anything. But then they got one that was
a little bit more flexible, and it's just like it's perfect.
The wushu branch.
Yeah, pretty much.
One thing I did want to talk about with this, we were watching. This was a little while ago, the Matt Pat video where he was talking about like major companies because he was just starting out.
Yeah,
and people kind of where he didn't really. He was talking about the copyright issues that he was running into.
Yeah.
And things like that, and how he was worried about getting squished. And now, like, you see these huge companies coming onto the scene with huge production values, huge budgets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so we get things like this, and yet, Epic Rap Battles of History is still going strong, even though I guarantee you the guys behind ERB, don't have near the capital that BBC does.
No. Well, they have
no
Maker
way.
Studios behind them, and Maker is owned by Disney. But even then, Maker does not have that much clout as compared to the BBC.
Yeah.
But still, there's enough room in the world for people doing their own rap battles and things. And honestly, no one's been pushed out of the way by this.
Even then, you've got ERB, you've got the Princess rap battles.
Yeah.
You've got these.
You've got these.
And honestly, if you look in related, tons of rap battles pop up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
video game rap battles, video game character rap battles.
Yeah,
You've seen some of those.
It's crazy.
But I think it's great that you can have like basically what amounts to like internet punk kid whippersnappers and like these established companies with huge budgets side by side producing similar content, and nobody's getting trampled over.
Well, as Matt Pat put it, he was at first in fear that he was going to get buried, as you put. But then he realized eventually people notice the quality and the work that is put in, and the best bubbles to the top.
Right.
And he said that's why his channels have grown so much, is because people see the value he puts into it and how much passion he has for it. And I can see that who did this, they have passion in it as well. But it's also there's a lot of factors that go into why a company is more successful than the other, even though one company may do something better than the other. Sometimes it's first to market, sometimes it's marketability, sometimes it's presentation, sometimes there's a multiple litany.
Sometimes you can't put your finger on it.
Exactly. There are things that sometimes we just can't predict.
Yep.
I mean, there's those unpredictable it factors.
I mean,
that,
we're
for that. For instance,
I don't know why
let me ask you this: why is a small, random, skinny Swedish kid the most popular person on the internet? Who knows? It's a contribution of different factors, and those things worked in his favor, and now he has almost 50 million subscribers.
Yep.
And that's just like us. I mean, we're just a bunch of people sitting in a corner on a couch talking smack about videos on the internet.
Yeah.
And we're not throwing shade at these people.
Well, to be fair, I don't know that talking smack is the appropriate term, because we do, we don't just sit here and it's like, but
Only
having discussions.
only on Rooster Teeth's Ruby videos that feature Jean.
Here we go.
Yep, it's happening again.
So, but okay, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
we have discussions. We have we have good discussions that sometimes stay on topic with this, and sometimes they lead off topic in some ways.
Occasionally stay on topic. Most of the time, not so much.
No.
I just wanted to comment and say that I am glad to see people coming from very different backgrounds jumping into the same arena and both thriving.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's good. I mean, it's in some ways I can think of, well, it's cooperative and competitive.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like how Insomniac and Naughty Dog have managed to stay in business, even though all these other big video game companies from way back then went out of business.
It's true.
You know, just like Acclaim, Neversoft, all of them are gone now. But Naughty Dog and Insomniac, it's because they had that cooperative / competitive nature. Because they both worked on games together, and then they've had multiple series where they went up against each other, and they both thrived.
Yeah.
Case in point, Crash Bandicoot
And Spyro.
And
in
then,
some cases, they crossed over.
Exactly.
Which was neat.
And then also after that, they had two more game series that clashed and eventually both thrived: Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank. And now Naughty Dog's going off and doing its own thing with the Uncharted series finishing up and The Last of Us, and now Insomniac is actually working on a new Spider-Man game. So they're both
cool.
Yeah.
There's actually a really good quote by Ayn Rand, which I'm going to butcher, so I'll just paraphrase it.
Go
But
ahead.
it's something along the lines of the creative man isn't driven to beat the other person. Competition is just a byproduct. Their main goal is to become better than they were previously.
That's all it should be.
And so, it's kind of like the whole, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
Yeah.
There you are. And
so competition isn't always a bad thing. And when you get beat, you're not really beaten. I mean, because if the market can sustain it, nothing's keeping us from going and watching ERBs and this.
No, nothing.
And we enjoy both immensely.
Yes. So anyway, that's pretty much. I think that's pretty much going to do it there.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, this whole thing. I mean, with Rat Battles coming up every now and again, and I mean, also even Rooster Teeth throwing their hat in it with the RT Throwdowns.
Yeah.
I mean, which I'm excited to see what they're going to do next for those. But anyway, guys, this was good. I like
this. Was good.
Oh yeah,
this
absolutely.
Really
and I can't wait to see. We'll probably watch more of these. I mean, if there's more, if you want us to watch more of these, let us know, because honestly, I see more and more on here. So let us know. And until then, I think that's going to do it. So signing off for the Renegades, this is Nate.
I'm Ben.
Micah.
And we will see you all later. Peace out.